Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. The great Dr. Gad Saad recently had a conversation with Douglas Murray and it was brilliant. Definitely go and check it out. So over on X as well as YouTube, I believe. I watched it on X because I follow Gad Saad there and I really do appreciate a lot of the stuff that he has to say. There's not much that I really disagree with him on, except for religion, obviously. But apart from that, I really love a lot of the stuff that he has to say. He's the famed author of The Parasitic Mind, which Elon Musk shared, which you definitely should get your hands on a copy of that book and read it. It is one of the best books for the ages. Honestly, I'm not lying. Check it out. A lot of the stuff that is going on today, Gad describes it in The Parasitic Mind, as well as his latest book that I think is coming out soon, Suicidal Empathy. It's amazing to me that you've got this amazing mind, Gad Saad, that is not utilized more so today. He's brilliant. He is absolutely brilliant. And every time I see him on Joe Rogan, I'm listening because it is such a in-depth conversation. And well, Gad knows exactly what he's talking about. So anyway, ever since Douglas's appearance on Joe Rogan and the internet blowing up because of it, again, those people that are not getting that, it is a figure of speech. The internet didn't literally blow up, but the internet metaphorically blew up. I can't believe I need to have to explain that. Anyway, because of that, lots of people want to know Douglas's take on the matter. And well, Gad and Douglas spoke about it. And what's interesting is in this conversation, Douglas seemingly called out Joe Rogan because what he said is not a joke. It's not a game. I know he's saying it to a supposed comedian, but it's not a game. Israel and the atrocities that are going on in Israel is not a game. It's real life. It's important. We need to talk about it because it's really happening. Can't just brush it off all the time. I want to show you that clip in just a moment. Before I do, I want to share this post that is quite interesting because Joe has Gad on quite a lot. I think he's been on 13 times now. And by the way, Gad, I would love to have you on. So if you're watching this, please accept my invitation to come on my show and have a conversation with me. I hope I'm smart enough to actually engage with you. But anyway, this post goes, since I posted this yesterday, I've changed my mind on Joe Rogan. He continues to say, then there's the concept of intelligence agencies and compromise that also gets attached to it. The manipulation of world markets and money. There's a lot to unpack. And then there's the regular Jewish people who have nothing to do with it. I'm not entirely sure what he means by the manipulation, but it's clearly a broader conspiracy than just Israel. And he's explicitly tying it to Jews, not to individuals in finance, not to even satirical overrepresentations, but to manipulation itself. Joe has crossed the Rubicon, the famous Julius Caesar crossing the Rubicon, starting something you can't really go back from. The irony is that just 2 months ago, Gad Saad told Joe about how Jews are blamed for every world calamity. Joe even laughed. It's not so funny anymore, though, is it? Have a watch of this.
Look, I agree. I have no beef with Joe, but I would like to know that he has actually taken what I write in this book seriously. Like, I'm not pissing around. I don't think this is funny. I don't think that the world is a studio in Texas and we just riff endlessly and things don't have much meaning. Um, I don't think it's a game. I don't think it's something to be litigated by comedians. Much as I love and have many comedian friends, I don't think they are able to solve many problems in the world. I think they can have a good time. But I don't think that the war I'm describing and have seen close up is about their amusement factor or their tolerance for bullshit or their desire to um, spark debate about weird things they haven't really looked into or just riff. It's like I don't think the world's as funny as all that. I don't think it's as meaningless and as nihilistic as all that. I think there are things that very much matter, and if they matter, then you put in the work. And if you don't want to put in the work yourself, you at least listen to people who have. And if your job is to host, and if your job is to spark debate and so on, then get other voices on and don't have a babysitter. Like, have people who know about Hamas and the Islamic Revolutionary Government and Hezbollah and what they've done, and have people talking about the actual war from different perspectives. It's not like there's any lack of amazing experts and first-hand accounts or survivors or amazing people or soldiers or anyone else who could correct all of this slurry of misinformation. There are thousands of people I could point Joe and others to myself who could counter the one-sided rhetoric and who ought to be on and heard. Young women, young men of every imaginable background, and heroic people, actual heroes, not ringside heroes. And until such a time as I see the part of the orbit of that actually listening to the variety of voices they ought to listen to, and not just occasionally having somebody like me on babysat in a two-on-one contest, I'm my mind is not yet made up.
It's amazing to me at just how many comedians in today's day and age love to talk about the issue in Israel. They're not like, the thing is, we're not saying they can't, but they got to understand the immense seriousness of what they're talking about. It's not a game. It's not a joke. It's very, very real. And as Douglas was pointing out, he hopes that Joe takes what he says seriously, what he's written in his book seriously, because it's real. It's actually happening or has happened. That's the point of history. You can't just continue to laugh it off because you feel like it, or try and make light of something that is actually really hard and horrific. I know people don't necessarily like hearing hard stuff, but it's important. And I know comedians do have a place in our society for sure. But trying to make light of a very dark and drastic situation, not a good idea, usually. And Douglas being on Joe's show recently was important because it showed just how much Dave Smith and Joe really do know about the Israel and Hamas atrocity. Like Douglas, as he said, he's not pissing around. He's not. We know that he's real. We know that he knows what he's talking about. Number one, he's seen it. Dave hasn't really seen it. Sure, he can talk about it all he wants, but he's talking about mere propaganda most of the time. That's what a lot of stuff that we see on social media these days is. It's propaganda. Propaganda machine is working in overtime. Like, how do we know what we're seeing is true? That's why going to the source oftentimes helps, does it not? But alas, according to Dave Smith, he's not an expert on the matter because he hasn't been. No, you're not. You're not an expert. And because you decide to mock that, makes you look very petty. Don't know if you're aware of that. But same with Joe for mocking Douglas. Have you not been? Like, that was absurd. It just shows how petty you're being. And Douglas has no beef with Joe, but he has every right to call him out on Joe's bullshit. I would want the same for me. I really would. Anyway, it's good to see two brilliant minds get together and really expose a lot of the corruption that is going on in our world today. Anyway, That's enough from me. You guys take care. Be blessed. And I'll see you all in the next video.